let's just get started here. And maybe we should jump into check-ins, and then we can go over the time and everything like that, and we'll be good. So we have our recordings going. I just started the live broadcast, which is excellent.
Okay. Start.
And so I can link that here, live broadcast for YouTube. And that would be this one here. Cool. So yeah, let's start with some check-ins.
All right. Who wants to start?
I can do it. Okay. Again, my friend Edgar came to visit me, and he taught me how to play Yu-Gi-Oh in the cell phone, and I really like that. And also, I'm already up to date with my other job, which is good. But I end up went to bed really late yesterday to finishing my job, and then I'm going out with my dogs. I went out with my dogs for a walk, and what else? Which is good because sometimes I need to go out a little bit. And I'm really excited that we are doing this more often. I feel that I'm getting involved in this a little bit more, and I like that feeling. So I have my hopes up.
All right.
Cool. Jorge, do you want to check in?
Sure. Well, today was a very nice day. It's really sunny outside, and I had class this morning, so it was really good. Had class this morning. Also, I was checking for another job online, like teaching job during the nights, because it's with China. So yeah, it was a good morning, and at noon I had a visit from my girlfriend because she's working nearby, so she had some time to have lunch with me.
Oh, nice.
That's it. Yep.
Nice. It's actually a really nice day here too. And so that's pretty exciting. And so I went on a walk. I actually went on a walk with my mom, which is nice. And I haven't really eaten much, but I did snack on a little bit, which is part of why I was sort of busy at the beginning of this meeting. And I'm ready to focus and see how we can move things forward. And I I think things are definitely moving the right direction, which is good. Cool. So,
okay.
Awesome. So yeah, let's review some. So really quickly on the positions on the session roles, like I'll help with facilitation again. Maybe we'll get to the point of doing some group facilitation training. We can start talking about that and other facilitation roles. Notes, Jorge and myself can do some notes, timekeeping. Nelly, do you want to help with the timekeeping?
Mm-hmm, sure.
Cool. And we finish our check-in. So as far as how long we have, I have a meeting at 4:30.
Okay.
Which is like a hard deadline. It's gonna be like a finance meeting with Vienna.
Right.
Which is important. So that's when I gotta go. And it would be nice to even finish earlier than that so that I can have a little lead time. So I mean, for me, ideally we would finish within 2 hours. So it gives us an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
How about you guys?
Yeah, same here. I would say 2 hours from 2, but 2 related to 20. So yeah, I would say was it 1.5 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Nelly?
Yes, I have 2 hours. So
Cool. All right, so yeah, let's keep it into the 2 hour mark, and then I will be available later today, but yeah, so that's good. So so desired outcomes. A couple things here. One is that we want to review some of the training models we have and the indexing, basically to have better documentation and training systems for all of these tasks. That's one desired outcome. I think we want to review where we are as a team in the setup process. So and basically, what is still missing would be good.
Okay.
And because today's supposed to be kind of like our weekly check-in as like a team meeting.
As a team.
Obviously, I feel like we're really just like the buddy team with just the three of us today. So I don't know how applicable that is at this point, but anyways, we can still do our best. And we might want to, so here we might want to so in the agenda, we want to review our team setup. We might want to reconsider our scheduling and think about, and we also talked about the exa space and team space. So yeah, so anyways, there's a lot of cool things we can talk about there that I'm excited about. What else do we have as desired outcomes? Maybe like sort of, I think we need to recalibrate our exa plan. I think that, or maybe a discussion to consider and discuss recalibration of our exa plan. I have some interesting updates based on interesting updates from Jay. So we definitely need to have some update space. So we want to do exa. We're going to have a whole exa section here. Exa section, which would include updates.
Yeah, maybe we can discuss also some interesting ideas about how to overcome the situation with exa, that they are not like answering to our emails, and they are not completing the form. So what should we do? What can we do about that?
Cool. So basically to
help them answer the form. To motivate them to do so.
Yeah, basically, I think a good way to term it would be to evaluate our strategy for the the weekly responses and improve.
Exactly, that's very important. What could we do to possibly help them, perhaps make them easier to fill out the form?
Yeah. Great. Cool.
Yeah.
So that looks good, and let's add that. So this is going to be part. So there's the weekly tracking, but there's also recalibration. So so overall, and there's also the exa weekly tracking improvements. Cool. That's excellent. I like that. And then there's actually the work, delegation, roles and responsibility, past value tracking. Delegation, exa work, past tracking. Cool. Awesome.
Okay.
All right, so I think those are pretty good desired outcomes. I'm getting into the topic review. Group facilitation. So then we have other trainings. It would be good to do some group facilitation if we can get to that. And facilitation rules. And past. Okay, so I think this is so I would say that we start with reviewing our own team setup, try to get a grasp on where we are overall, and then go into EXA. So maybe this would do for like 20 to 25 minutes, and then we'd have a full half hour for EXA, and then I don't know if we'll have other time for anything else. Okay.
Okay.
Does that look good as far as our agenda of topics, our topics and priorities for today?
Yes. Yeah, but it's the whole time 55 minutes for that, and we still have like 25, 30 minutes for wrap up.
Yeah, we still need like 20, 30 minutes for wrap up. So this would be at 3:40 would be the latest we want to start wrap up.
Great.
Does that sound good, Nelly?
3:40. Let me just add that. 3:40 is going to be, yes, 3:40. Okay. Let me just write that down, okay?
Yeah, and so basically for our review of our setup team, and this is part of like understanding the role of the timekeeper. For a
3:40.
For a section, so this section we have 20 to 25 minutes to review our team setup, right? But then within each component of that review, we still want to try to stick to the 5 minute, even 3 minutes to 5 minutes for each part of it, So yeah, and then of course EXA is the same thing. Okay.
3:40 is gonna be.
Cool. And then we want to start indexing. Where does the index go? I think it goes up here. Let's put it up here. So video indexing. Oh no, we didn't note what time it started. So let's get the time starting. So if I go to
right now it's 12 minutes.
It's at 12 minutes. So if we do 12 minutes minus 29, that would be 29,
17.
17, yeah. So we started at 2:17.
Yes.
This is 2:17 America's time. Okay, cool. So for indexing, right now we're at minute, what was it, 29? No, 12. So the first video index is going to be for team setup. And this is minute 12. And then we can also get better at this part. So we would copy this. And then it turns out that the indexing, it's there's a question mark, and then T equals 12 minutes. That should be the right one, but we need to continue to practice that and get better at it. So so we did our desired outcome. So EXA review, we're not going to focus on that now. We're going to focus on the
team
Andromeda team setup.
Okay.
Review. And then we'll get into EXA right afterwards. Hey guys, had to go out, but no, I'm working on EXA. We're going to EXA tomorrow. We'll share with you today. Okay, so we can add.
With you and Jay.
Oh yeah, we have a buddy team meeting. So now we can add Anacleta to our check-ins. They checked it in. So that's excellent. Isn't that great? That even if they're not here, they're still checking in. So it feels good. All right. So let's just kind of start brainstorming here all the different components of what it takes to set up a team. What it takes to set up a team. So we need to do personnel intake, right? Our budget. And this includes the online public personnel files. Okay. And there's some other forms and tax stuff. I mean, there's other things that we need to think about here too. So budget, communications, we've seen that. Scheduling, right? We've seen the communications on the global team can be very difficult.
Yeah.
So scheduling, what else? Roles and responsibilities. Responsibilities, very important, so people know what they're doing. And then this also goes into task delegation, right? Then we also have priorities and meeting, I don't know, just priorities in general. But this relates to, I would just say organizing priorities. Organizing priorities, and this includes both, meeting priorities and topics, as well as tasks and deliverables. Can you guys think of anything else? Evaluation is important. Evaluation.
We also need to work individually, but remind the team to work in the spreadsheet for teamwork hours and pay.
Oh yeah. So personal intake. So this would be, so we have our budget, and then we have payroll and finances. So this would be work contribution reporting and hours. So hours. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that was something that we discussed in about the team, you and I, Jay. But I don't know if we shared it with the team. I do not remember.
Nope, not with us.
No, with you, right? So it's something that maybe we should discuss with them to remind them about that.
Say that last part again, please.
To remind them to update their the spreadsheet for the teamwork and hours. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So and I mean overall, the people are responsible for doing their work reporting. So everyone has their work reporting doc, right? And so that's what everyone's responsible for, is updating their work reporting doc, and then from there we can easily update the actual payroll doc. Cool. So this is a pretty good list. What else are we missing here? I'm just going to review quickly our Andromeda Super Team doc, just to kind of. This is a pretty good idea here. So I'm just going to go.
That's where I'm taking all the information.
Yeah. Yeah. It's quadrant schedules, scheduling. So documentations, of course. Yeah. So
yeah, we do have the link.
Say what?
I think. Let me look for it. Give me just 1 second.
The link for what?
You are looking for the link for
it's at the top
for the payroll, right?
Oh no, I mean I know where it is. It's just on our. It's on
our.
Okay. It's on our docs. Processes. All right. So planning. So planning, I think, is roles and responsibilities. I think is different than planning. So planning is important. Let's see, individual. So our main docs is good. Ooh, buddy teams is important. Buddy teams and primary buddy teams. So you have we have buddy teams in general. Buddy teams is part of communications. Communications, we have actual internal communications, buddy teams, scheduling, all that kind of stuff. So let's see, subteams, documentations, other links. Links, share Google accounts, Jupyter plan. Folder. So our folders, our documentation is pretty good. Yeah, overall plan. So overall plan, we have third responsibility to just, this is good. Virtual office documentation filing systems. Code filtration. Cool. So I think this is all pretty good. Budget, scheduling more training, like getting people paid and tracking. Daily notes and documentation links, budget, community Saturday scheduling, payroll budgeting. So I think we got everything. Do you guys think of anything else? We can always add things later if we need to.
Could be like deliverables or.
I think we have deliverables under tasks. So it's task delegation and deliverables.
Okay.
So organizing priorities is the deliverables here. We can make that a separate thing. Deliverables. Cool. So document also team name. Oh, that's important. So team identity. Team identity is important. Update. Oh, calendar. Snowflake documentation. So I think there's a little bit. So there's scheduling and calendar items there.
Oh, I was going to ask you, Jay. Do you know, because you are a tech savvy, is there a form to unite my Google Calendar with the Unity calendar? You know, to have everything as is with organization.
Do you have a Google Calendar?
Yes, I do.
Do you
But
get
the
invitations to
only
your
way
Google
I have
Calendar?
found like is go to the web page and click add to my calendar, but it's not any other way that is easier like put everything with my calendar.
Yeah, I mean, I think it is possible. I mean, but when we invite you to the Google Calendars, I mean, you get those invitations within your Google Calendar, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
cool. So the ones you're invited to, you get. So you're just asking about putting all of it. And so,
yes.
So here's the easiest way. I'll show you the easiest way really quick. And this could also be an index. So this is like how to connect, Google Calendar to your calendar. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this perfectly, but I'm going to give it a try. So if I go to, let's just do Chrome. And I go to unitynet.info. Wait, what time is it right now? So we are at minute 22. So this is minute. All right, so I go to calendar. And let's just do UTC -6. And I'm not sure this is going to work, but I'm going to give it a try. So up here in the top right-hand corner, this lists all of our calendars. We have a lot of them, but obviously there's a couple that are the main ones. But you can see here, if you click on a single event, you can copy to your calendar for a single event, right? But if you click here at the bottom right-hand corner where it has this plus, right? I think you can add entire calendars to your Google Calendar. See?
Oh, okay. All right.
So instead of just doing a single event, you can add the entire calendar. So I'm gonna do it again.
Oh, great.
So let's do it one more time.
That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just do the whole thing one more time. So you go to unitynet.info, which is our main website right now. You would click on the calendar. The UTC. It doesn't really matter what UTC you're doing, but here is where you can add calendar events. So you could click on a single event and add it to your calendar. And you can actually see all the calendars. Here's the list of all the calendars. But if you click this plus button on the bottom right, it'll actually bring you to your calendar and list all of the calendars, and you can list entire calendars all at once. So one thing that's going to be important over time is, actually, I don't even know if it's on here, daily scheduled worker sessions. So eventually we'll actually be scheduling people for specific support session roles. Right, and so this is scheduled workers for support sessions. So in that, it's good to workers would want to add those calendars if they're in them. But really, all that matters is that the session that you're scheduled to work on, that we invite you personally to that. And you can also click the add literally all of them. Cool. That makes sense.
I got them all. Yes.
You got them all.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Cool. Awesome. All right. So that is that. So let's make sure we add that to the video indexing. All right, so going back to here, I think that we have everything pretty covered as far as what it takes to create a team, planning and goals. So, but I think, and strategy, planning goals, strategy / strategic development. There could be some another component which I think is important to note here would be team development and training. That's also applicable. And there might also be one other component that's missing here, which relates to, actually, I would say team development, training, and recruitment. I think it can go in the same way. So recruitment. So the question is, what's missing on our team? Do we need to recruit more people and actually, like, you know, get everything covered, right? So that's all part of the same thing. Okay, so I think this is everything now, as far as I can tell. I'm sure we're probably missing something, but I think we're pretty good. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Cool. So now we have the list of what it takes to set up a team, right? And so now we're going to go through each component of it, and let's check on our time, how we're doing on time, and we're going to just quickly review where we currently are at and what's missing. All right. So public personnel files. And this is all for the Andromeda team. So actually, I'm actually going to go ahead and copy and paste this because I think that list by itself is really valuable. And then we're just going to repaste it down here. The review of Andromeda team setup. All right. So first thing is the public personnel files. It's okay. You know, this it still needs some work. But mainly, we have to add in the global equity offers, et cetera, and also look forward a couple months. There's also the forms, the tax forms. Like there's W-8s, and there's a tax statement that we want people to fill out that they are doing the work from another country. So this is important just for some of the legal purposes, so that we.
The W-9?
It wouldn't be a W-9. It would be a W-8. But
W-8. Okay.
Yeah, but this stuff is not. It's not like super high priority because obviously people don't have any tax liability in the United States. But it's good to document that to protect us, so that we have documentation, you know, that proves that people are working from other countries. All right, so that's one component. Anything else on personnel intake and just like that side of things? I think that's pretty good. So there's also, we have the main docs. So everyone's got their main docs. I think this is done. But I feel like the main docs could be improved to have more information on each individual's personal activities and roles and tasks. So I think we could do a lot on that side of it. So I'm going to go ahead and bold this, and bold that. So those are some things that the bolding doesn't really work for me. Let's try underline. Underline better. Actually, do that. Let's not do bold or underline. Let's like do the real deal and make sure we actually do it. And to highlight. And then you can't miss it, right? Boom, there it is. Now we can see. All right, boom, excellent. Okay, anything on personnel intake that needs to be done?
No, I understood it.
Okay, so let's give it like, I would say overall we're probably at like, you know, 65% on personal intake, and you know, there's still to be done. Okay, accounting, equity, budget, finance, team equity. I mean, we haven't even begun this. We're basically at 0%. We need to create the team equity and team. I would say community equity.
Oh, you know what? We forgot. Sorry, Jay, to interrupt you. Yeah. We forgot the contact information for the team.
Oh yeah, that would be under communications. So we need the contact list. So that's a good one. Let's highlight that. Boom. So this is our team contact list. And this is easy. I mean, we just like create a spreadsheet, right? And we can get that going super fast and easy. You can even do that right now. So the team equity, so creating the community equity spreadsheets. There's also some training involved here. So this would be, this is daily, weekly, etc., etc., etc. Monthly. All right, budget. I feel like we have a budget, and I think it's pretty good, actually. So I feel like the budget's actually good. I think this is done.
Yep, 3,000.
Well, we have a $3,000 budget total, but we have allocated $2,000 for our team.
Cool.
All right. So that's just for this month. So we're gonna need to do the budget for the next month. So you need to start preparing for the next month. So the next month starts May 13th. It's the second Saturday, or May 14th. Second Saturday. Eventually, we're going to be switching to lunar systems for our monthly budgeting. Okay. Payroll and finances, work contribution hours. I feel like we're definitely not quite here yet. Maybe 75%. So, how do we make sure people are generally reporting their hours? And more importantly, how do we make sure everyone is getting paid fairly? So that's the most important thing. So that's but overall, I mean, we're 75% there. I mean, it's pretty good. We haven't paid anyone yet, so payroll. Well,
I think it's Ulysses, right?
Well, that's not part of our team. Ulysses is not on the Andromeda team.
Okay.
So we haven't paid anyone yet, but no one wants to get paid yet. So everybody's basically saying they want to get paid, like, either
at the end of the month,
week
yes,
of May or something like that. I don't know. So, but it is pretty much the end of the month already.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's April 27th. There's like 3 days left of the month. So it's like Saturday, or we pay the Saturday afterwards. I think some people said the Saturday afterwards is perfectly fine.
And Clara and I mentioned that we would like to be paid on the 30th.
Well, it's not really how we do it. It's basically like, we can't say a specific date. I would say it's either we do it on a weekly basis, and it'll be like a Friday, Saturday sort of thing, right? So it's a weekly basis. Like, do you want to pay this week? And so we have the week to get people paid, or it's getting paid next week. So if people want to get paid this week for this weekend, it needs to be a top priority, and we prioritize it. And we all need to work together to get everyone paid. I mean, it's our job, our responsibility to prioritize it and do it within our meetings to make sure everyone's getting paid. Like, right now we could spend 20 minutes and get everyone paid right now, So, because we're all super busy, like, outside of this. So the question is, so this is really important. I would actually make this red or orange, because if we if we want to get people paid, just make it a top priority and do it right away. Otherwise, it's not going to happen until next week.
No, then we have to do it.
Okay, so let's make this a priority. So this is a top priority. All right, so we're going to do two things. One, we're going to make a list of top priorities for internal team. One is getting people paid this week. And remember, we don't necessarily have to pay everybody at this time. So, so it's basically Nelly, maybe it's Ana Clara, and who else wants to get paid. So let's get that set up. But usually it's easiest just to pay everybody at the same time, right? So haven't paid anyone yet. Who wants to get paid? So this is clear. Got that all done. Payroll, but overall, I think our payroll is pretty clear. I'm pretty comfortable with it, so I'm gonna say 80%. Work reporting docs, on the other hand, is like, how to make sure people are generally reporting their hours. So this, I think, is more like 50%. Like, how often does it need to happen, right? How often does it need to happen? Yeah. So I don't know here what to do about this, but we have to consider it. So I think the main thing here is just really focus on a per person basis. So this is really just reviewing the work reporting docs and targeting individuals who are slacking. I think that's really all that needs to be done here.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we can't say in general. Work reporting has to be either you as an individual did it or you didn't, and then we focus on it and get it done.
Yes.
Work reporting, contributions. Okay, so I think overall this is good. But I would add here, work contribution reporting. Yeah, I think this is good. I think this is good. And we just need to remember to report our overall team work to exit, which is good. And I think we're starting to do this, so I'm just going to bold it. Okay, so anything else on accounting, equity, budget, finance?
No, I think that the next step will be like since it will be like the second week, so we can check how to fill out the information on the spreadsheets.
Yeah, we'll be good. And we're just literally in the third week, you know. And the first week hardly anything happened, so the second week was really more like the first week, and so now we're kind of in the second week. Yeah. All right, sweet. So I think we're good on all this. So, but obviously we need to do some tasks. We need to review this. We need to go through that, and we need to get everyone paid as like a top priority. Okay, so internal communications. Internal communications. Our meetings are going well. Meetings are great. I mean, we're having meetings. Some people can't come some days, but overall it's like daily, 2 p.m. I mean, this is 100%. You can't do better than that. This is like a green. You know, we got to just pat ourselves on the back. Like, it's very impressive, right? Like the global team, we don't even have meetings really at all. We had the new moon meeting, which is great, but that's like,
it's so hard.
It's so
with global meetings.
Oh my God. Okay, so this is real-time meetings are great. So the team contact list, we need to do that. Buddy teams, you know, we have had some breakouts during our Andromeda teams, and I think this has been really good, right? So that's been good, but you know, there hasn't been too much activity, as far as I know, of buddy teams meeting or doing things outside of our general team meetings. So I don't know if that's a problem, but it's just something we should note.
Yes.
So note.
Maybe something we can improve.
Other buddy team meetings happening. But more importantly, you know, do people know how to document buddy team time and meetings into and not even just that, it's also their personal work time. So I'm also going to add here, so there's work contribution reporting. So this is do people know how to report, or not report, report, or document, to document their work time into the master daily notes. Or actually it's master weekly, we're doing weekly notes, okay? So this is important to make sure we cover that as probably it's going to be a training, right? We want to do a training there, and then the same thing.
I think we are learning. Yeah. We are learning to do buddy teams because, for example, in my experience, it's new. So I'm learning to do it with you, and now that I'm working with Jorge, so perhaps like. Start working in buddy teams, you know, like only with Jorge and like that.
Hey.
Yeah, and we also forgot up here for the personnel intake, there's the primary buddy teams, right?
Yeah.
So this is something that's missing, and then this also involves the HR board proposals and the HR processes. Right, that needs to be clear. I think also is like overall, you know, personnel policies and protocols are you know, we've gone through that some, but do people really understand them? You know, do people really understand them? Question mark. And there's also the personnel ranking and evaluations. I think this actually was important that we would actually bring evaluation and accountability. It isn't just some random thing, it's actually part of the personnel, right? So we need to set up evaluations and accountability systems as part of the personnel systems, and this should start immediately upon intake. Okay, So that's another thing that's missing. And then for the buddy team, so this would be secondary buddy teams.
Yeah.
There was one other thing, but I can't remember it. So for scheduling calendar, like it's schedule of availability. This has been started, but it's not really good. You know, I mean, maybe it's at like 25% or less. And I think we should just link this here because we have it and it needs to be dealt with. So we go here, we pull up to our, this is it. Quadrant schedule doc. So we should be able to know generally people's availability as the whole team. So that's good. And there's another thing on this one. We also want to know payroll and finances. We want to know overall costs, right? And this involves like, you know, billing our customers and also ourselves. So it's like, how much does our team cost? Right, so this would be like per hour, per day, etc. So this would be per meeting. You know, we should be able to say like the three of us meeting for the last 2 hours. This is the general cost, right? And we don't have that. We should have that, and we will. We will have that. So we need.
But didn't you say that it depends because it could be for like one team, but it could be different for another team, right?
Yeah, every team is totally different. Yeah. So, but the key thing is to understand. We want to understand.
I think we are the most expensive team.
I don't think so.
Well, we are.
Yeah, because the global is not that expensive.
Yeah, the global team. Think about it like this, Jorge. Our structure is that of teams. Teams are like our groups of people that meet in real time, right? And this is it. I mean, we have this team here, and then we have our global team that hasn't really even started. So the FQN Community Network is very small, right? We basically have 2 teams. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, we should eventually understand our overall cost, which is our value, right? So our cost and our value are interrelated. When we are working together and we're doing projects, like right now we're working for EXA, right? But if we work for another company, another client, we should know what our value is and be able to express that easily as a team and not just as individuals. So right now we just have the personnel intake and how much we cost as individuals. And that needs to go to our primary buddy teams where we know how much the primary buddy teams cost. And then eventually as an entire team, as a double team and a super team, we will have our value and our costs so that documented. So it's very easy for us to be billing and like working all that out on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So this, I would, we're gonna make sure this is highlighted. Cool. All right. So scheduling and calendar. I think our schedule is clear. We have a very clear schedule. Daily 2 p.m. America's time. It's great. Our calendar. We have a couple issues here. So for the calendar, there's some issues on the relationship between the Andromeda team and the FQN Community Network structure. So this involves so there's the Andromeda team, and then how does that relate to the core team and the management structures? Okay, so we're gonna, this needs to all be reviewed here. And there's also some non-clarity, so calendar/structures, structure, scheduling, and calendar. So there's also some unclarity internally, so internal structure in relationship to EXA versus internal versus other work. So that also needs to be understood and developed. Cool. And I think we could pull out structure and decision making. and say this is actually part of something else. That, I think that makes more sense. And then there's also there's roles and responsibilities. There's also positions too. Okay, so we're ready to move on. Are there anything else for communications that we can think of? Oh, I know one.
No, just that it's important about the positions because, for example, in Asana, I think it's important to put our role in the company and also in Slack, just to be well organized.
Asana. So this would be under our project management.
Yeah.
So we want to start using Asana, figuring out all that. We also need to
set
up our project management systems. So yeah, so that we don't have much. So project management is low. So this is like, I mean, we do have some plans. We have some plans and goals. Yeah. So I mean, let's say we're at 20% of project management.
Yeah.
Some of this stuff. And I would say that this.
I don't know. It's not about our team, but I don't know if you want me to set up Asana for the global team.
Sure. Yeah, that would be a separate Asana for the global team.
Yes, a separate Asana. I know. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say that our organizing of priorities is part of project management, and that possibly even roles and responsibilities is part of project management. I don't know. What do you? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, definitely, it's project management. So maybe we should talk to Ana Clara.
Well, no, Ana Clara is not. She's the project manager for EXA. She's the EXA project manager.
Oh, okay.
Which is slightly different than being the team project manager, but overall she's helping out and taking a lead role. But we're all responsible for project management, right? It's not just her.
Okay.
So, but anyway, so this is definitely a 20%. We need to work on this. So let's go through this a little bit more.
Yeah, because I think, for example, that we need to define some projects to start Asana, so we can start, get going in the projects and the tasks in Asana. For management.
Yes. So, using Asana. So get the tasks into Asana, as well as we're going to need tasks. We need projects in Asana, tasks. We need responsibilities. So anyways, yeah. So we need to do all that and get to Asana. I mean, we could even spend a whole meeting just doing Asana. Like the whole meeting.
Exactly. Yes.
So
we need a whole meeting doing Asana.
Yeah, so let's actually put that as a priority. So, schedule a whole meeting just for Asana. Okay.
Yes.
So another thing here is that I think that project management in and of itself is not a good category. And I would say execution and implementation is the category itself. And then under execution and implementation, you have project management, which relates to all these other things, including systems and processes. Like, this is, I think, all related.
Okay.
Cool. So this is good. All right, so we're getting really close. We're getting close. This is exciting. Let's just finish. How are we doing on time? We're probably over time, aren't we?
We are on time. Just that we need
25 minutes.
Yes, we have 25 minutes.
Well, we had 25 minutes for this entire item, and we've already been talking about it for a while. So I think we're at time, right? We're at time here.
Yes, okay. We have 25 minutes for wrap up.
Before wrap up, yeah. So we want to get into the EXA stuff. So let's just really quickly breeze through the rest of it. At least get it organized. So our systems and processes, project manager roles. So I think this all looks pretty good. Documentations. We're learning. I think we're at like what over 50% on that. Our documentations are pretty good. And then I would put a lot of this other stuff as team development. So our team identity is part of our development. Our structures and decision making. I don't know what to do with that. Okay, so these are kind of out here still. All right, cool. So yeah. Team identity, we got our name, team name, plan, goal, strategic development. I mean, this we haven't even really started. I haven't really started that. But I don't think it's a top priority, So are there any other top priorities you guys can think of pulling out of this list that we need to focus on as soon as possible?
Let me think. Right now, I think we got it all. Let me check. Project management.
I would say the equity and value tracking for the whole.
Oh yeah, value tracking. Sorry, I forgot about that. Value tracking.
I would
Our topic.
Say again, Jorge.
That is the topic we're working. Yes, yeah. Value tracking.
And
we've been working on that, but we haven't like set it completely.
Yes.
Yeah. So main doc be improved, more information each individual. I think this is going to be part of project management that needs to happen. So I think under product management, we need to talk about roles and responsibilities, and then updating people's main docs, right? So that it's really simple and clear and straightforward what your role is and what your expectations. Like, people need to understand what they're expected to do. Expectations need to be clear. Okay. So let's see, anything else? Team can we actually out that? So this we're bolding. We're going to take care of that. Set evaluation accountability. No document master notes. This is going to happen. Review work recording docs. Make sure. Cool. Awesome. All right. I feel pretty good about this list. So now, so this right here would go into our priorities. So we would make this our next step. So we're just going to copy this and bring it all the way to the top. And it's going to go into our new next step. Boom. Okay.
Yep.
So then we don't forget about it. And then we're also going to need to do some indexing here. So tasks, we need to index our internal plan for the Andromeda, or no, our internal setup plans. The setup, our internal team setup plan. So we just made this needs to be a new doc. So we need to create a new doc. And then we're going to be copying and pasting all of this stuff here into that. Oh, and there's one other thing that we definitely missed. It's this task organizing priorities. This is like actually an issue. So many tasks and next steps, they need to be organized. So we need to figure out how to deal with this. This is actually, I would even say this is orange. So I'm going to throw that down there. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick break here and just answer this phone call, and then we'll get into exit. Okay, so yeah.
Okay. Because we have 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, my sweetie, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm going back.
So
okay.
So yeah, so now we would get into the exit stuff. I'm just going to review the agenda real quick. So we have we went through, we consider our scheduling. So we didn't do the scheduling thing. Work, internal value tracking, and then the internal value tracking. Yes, we have that down. So we didn't get to that, but we have the plan all clearly laid out. All right, cool. So EXA. So let's start with some updates.
Okay.
Oh, and who wants to do the doc? We need to do the doc for the other thing too. We'll get to that. So EXA review. And this is not supposed to be orange. So with the updates, and I don't know, oh my God, why is it orange? Don't be orange. Jorge, maybe you can take notes while I give the update. So basically, this morning there was a board meeting with the Economic Partnership, which is the organization that has the money is paying us, right? This is the group that's paying us. And simply said, they were a little concerned. Like the main things are this. It's that basically, oh man, there's so much going on. So like, we have a plan. The idea is to do the ICO. The ICO is to be launched in, the goal was to launch it in June. And so, a week ago, we were supposed to have everything ready to do the launch, right? Mm-hmm. And we didn't, and we don't. And so basically, EXA is not prepared to, do the public launch and the ICO. And so everything got postponed a month, right? And so that by itself is like, okay, what happened, right? Why is everything that we said we were going to do not happening, right? What are the deliverables that are being produced by EXA, et cetera, as the organization? Mm-hmm. So, and then that goes into like, who's responsible for what, why haven't they produced, and all of that stuff. But on top of all of that, which is already a lot, there's this other organization, and it's basically the Blockfolio. Oh. Jorge, are you taking any notes on this, or?
No, I'm not.
No?
Wait.
All right. I can take notes on it too, but I was trying to think. So going back, so we had basically the main thing here is
wait, Jay. When there's like notes like this, like we're talking about different things at the same time. Would you like me to place them where?
We're at the very bottom of the notes and EXA review.
Okay, bottom of the notes, next review. Here, okay.
Yeah. So the main thing is that we postponed the ICO for a month, right? So EXA has postponed the ICO for a month. And so there's some questions about who's responsible for what, and why did certain things not get done on time, et cetera, et cetera. So, and then there's also a whole part that continues to that, like maybe we need to get more hierarchical, maybe people need to be responsible for certain things and like, just get them done and change our strategy in our organizational model, right? So that's one component. And then the more complicated component, which is a bigger picture, is that there's this whole ongoing discussions with this other external organization that wants to potentially partner. And so they're called Blockfolio, and they would basically, they're proposing that we collaborate together to push back the ICO. And it's like, well, we need the money to push back the ICO, as much as like $1 million, like $500,000 to $1 million. And so there's not clarity in that. It's very fuzzy. People don't know what's going on. It sounds like that partnership is falling through. And so with that, combined with all of the details on the actual ICO, there's a lot of questions and concerns. And so today it kind of just, it hit the beginning. It's like a little tremble. There was a little tremble in the waters today for the first time. So with that said, the main next steps in terms of moving forward are one, project management. So there's this big, huge thing about how do we manage the project itself, get people responsible in doing what they said they need to be doing. And so, I raised my hand and said, right now we've been focusing on the master ledger, and we're doing all the master ledger work, and we're doing all the work for, really getting the, the value tracking all set up for EXA, and that's our role. But if we wanted to focus more on the project management and help build the project management systems, which we basically have scheduled to start doing more of next week and the week after, right? That we could do that. We could postpone all the value tracking stuff for another couple weeks and focus on the project management stuff. So they said no. that they don't want us to do that, but that instead they want us to focus on the master ledger and get the value tracking all set up. And so that's basically the update. So basically what that means to us is that one, we need to continue to work on the ledger and produce the deliverables.
Okay.
But at the same time, we need to continually, like, remember originally the project management goals that we had set up in our our proposal was for like
about the master ledger.
It was for like week 3 and 4, like a month down the road, right? And so now, and then we already were going to push it up to like week 3, like we were going to push it up a week, and now we're talking about even pushing it up 4. So I think we need to push up and get as involved to support the project management as much as possible, because if EXA goes bad, that affects our funding as well.
Yeah.
So that's sort of the update, and how we want to deal with that, I don't know, but I think we need to rethink and recalibrate our how we prioritize and how we want to move forward in relationship to these two, because originally it was just focus on the master ledger, get the master ledger done and well, and then go into all the other components of operations. And now it's like, well, maybe we should really, focus on both the master ledger and the project management systems.
Yes, I think we need to strategize again.
Say again, Nelly? Stress what?
We need to find new strategies to work with both, with the master ledger and with the project management.
Yeah. So, I mean, my ideal strategy was to really, get our project management all set up internally before doing EXAs, because then that would allow us to have much more clarity on what we're going to be doing for EXA and how it's going to work. So the two options here is, one, to push up and prioritize our own internal project management, get us organized and set up, and do that like immediately, or option 2 would be to kind of try to do both simultaneously, or even skip our own project management and going to EXAs. But I think that would be a little bit
messy.
Yeah, that would be messy.
No, I think we have to work first internal, because when something is well structured, then you can start working in something else and structure something else. So maybe we have to structure first what we got here internally, and then we can go with the master ledger after. And then we can do a better job with them. But we can do it quick if the team is willing to do it.
Oh yeah, we can definitely do these things very quick, especially if we're organized and keep it simple, and straightforward.
Yeah.
So that sounds like a plan. How does that sound to you, Jorge? That I mean, obviously we have to continue to do the value tracking, but really push the project management.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if we need to take over like different tasks, it's okay, because that's why we're here.
Okay, cool. So how would this look? So let's just think about this week. So this week we have Friday. And
on Saturday.
And Saturday.
Well, I can do it on Saturday. Actually, if they ask you to keep doing the value tracking, we can work on value tracking on Saturday to have it ready for Monday.
Yeah, so maybe Saturday we do value tracking, and then Friday focus on the project management. So this would be internal project management. And I think there was what was the other thing that was here? So next, actually I have it here. Ooh, okay. So what was it? So many tests has to be organized. 2 people with document work, value tracking. So value tracking and equity for the whole team. Maybe we could push that equity to the whole team. So this would be internal, and this would be EXA value tracking. EXA value tracking. So internal project management, and then hopefully by like Monday, or maybe it's more like Tuesday next week. So Tuesday / Wednesday next week, we could do some EXA project management, like start it. I think that's the earliest that we could think about doing that, and even that's kind of silly. It might take us a couple days. So more realistically would be like late next week. And then we could have some deliverables for the week after. So yeah. And the other thing that's missing here is Friday. We have to have like me and there's a buddy team. Friday we have buddy team Jay and Clara, and we're doing the billing and the plan.
I think something that we need now that we have these guys a little bit on us, maybe we can do the Asana project the Asana project and start delivering tasks to everyone. And the meeting for Asana, I think that's going to be important now.
I mean, I say we just do that tomorrow.
Yes, please, let's do that.
Yeah.
So we can know what to do now, yeah. Where to start, where to go.
Okay, cool. So I would say, and then there's also getting people paid. So Friday, there's 3 things. There's the buddy team and Claire, we're doing the EXA billing and reporting. So I need to create the report to EXA to report on what's been happening in our plan moving forward and changing and evaluating our plan based on the needs for EXA. Mm-hmm. Then we need to do getting people paid. And then our internal Asana and project management. I think this is basically tomorrow, right? And then Saturday, me and Nelly will pick up the slack of the things that we should have been doing tomorrow, which is the exit value tracking and all this stuff. And then next week we'll be, in a much better place to start helping EXA with some of the project management stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. So one thing for Asana is question mark. Does everyone have full admin access? So Ana Clara created it. So
yeah.
Let's get a buddy team here. So either buddy team Ana Clara Nelly or Jorge Nelly. Like, who wants to be involved in the Asana?
I think everyone is.
Well, no. I mean, just set it up.
Yeah, Ana Clara sent an invitation to
everyone. I don't know if everyone is there. Right now, let me check.
Okay, so my main question is not whether people are there, but basically what we need to do to be able to be successful tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is simply that, we need to be able to use and access Asana and get everyone on it, and then make sure that everyone has the privileges that they need to be able to do what they need to do on it. Including me, like, making sure that we have admin privileges so that we can, do all the things that need to happen. And so I just think that based on our conversation with the 3 of us, that somebody needs to be responsible to talk to Ana Clara, and just, make sure she knows that it's all happening tomorrow. That tomorrow we're doing big time Asana day, and so it all needs to be ready and prepared. So who wants to do that?
You can email Ana Clara right now and tell her that tomorrow is a big day on Asana platform.
Okay. All right, so this would be a buddy team, Jorge and Ana Clara. You guys will be responsible for getting everything ready for tomorrow so that we're ready to use Asana tomorrow during the meeting. Okay. All right, and this would be a task. So we add that to tasks up here. So be make sure everything is ready for Asana tomorrow. And this includes like permissions, etc. Buddy team, Jorge, and Ana. All right, so that should get us ready for tomorrow. And then you think everything for getting people paid can wait till tomorrow? Okay, so let's review the actual plan that we have for. So here's our internal plan. Bring that into our notes. Okay, so we have the main things based on the update. All that's good and done. So now we want to look at the bigger picture with our client, EXA. Let's start with our weekly sections. So increase existing activity. So manual token systems. This is pretty much checked, sort of. Finance and budget. I'm having a meeting with Vienna today in an hour, so that's pretty good. HR is pretty good. We have the new intake systems, all that's happening. Taxes, we have the finances going. Legal liaisoning is happening. So everything for week 1 and 2, I think is great. This is the end of week 2, so everything is good, right? So starting next week, we're going to be increasing minor responsibilities, right? So I would say this is like done and good. We are on track. Everything's good. Increasing minor responsibilities, and I'm just going to add in here master ledger.
Master ledger.
Okay, so that we understand what that is and why we're doing it. Okay. Increase minor responsibilities like documentations, board and meeting support. Move up as much project management systems as possible. All right. Oops. Okay, so our plan for next week, starting there, is pretty clear. You know, what we're doing for documentations internally for us, we're going to start doing some more of that for EXA. And then board and meeting support. I mean, meeting support would literally be like taking notes for their meetings, right, and getting more help for that. So board support, you know, I pretty much take care of that. So I feel like we should break this out a little bit. So let's just put down here week 2 to 3 commitments. So we have documentation. So we have J. Organizing. This is also online file systems, right? Virtual. So who wants to help out with this stuff next week?
I can help with that.
Nelly?
What time will that be?
I don't know. We're going to have to figure that out. So that's one part. So the board support.
I can do it in the mornings before 9 or after 2.
Yeah, we could also break out in buddy teams like in our meetings as well and get some of it done. Cool. So that's going to have to happen. We can even do like buddy team J and Nelly. So yeah, so we're going to take on some of that. Board support, I'm going to handle the board support. Meeting support, which is basically, you know, note taking, agendas, like, you know, topic indexing, right? We need to start indexing for them. Who wants to help with the meeting support?
Taking notes?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Nelly, you as well?
Yes.
Okay, so I haven't seen you do too much of the actual note-taking, Nelly, but you could help with some of the topic indexing for sure, right?
Yes, I can help with that.
Yeah, and that relates also
That's a little bit.
That relates to also the documentations, but the key of this is it's more like live, right? So this would be more like live topic indexing, right? Or like a daily, right? Daily. All right, so then the next one is, and also this needs to support deliverables and execution, because that's like the goal right now is getting shit done within EXA. So our live topic indexing should be helping create documents that are actually supportive. All right, so so project management. So EXA project management, EXA project management systems. I want to make sure it's clear that we are not responsible for project management. Can you imagine that's like 1 or 2 full-time positions? They're paying us like $3,000 for like everything, right? So we only have a few $100s. So think about project management systems, like maximum is like $250 to like what, you know, $350 for the whole month, entire month, right? We're not responsible for all project management. Not responsible for project management. So what project management systems are, the definition, project management systems are basically clearly defining where and when different aspects of project management happen. Okay, so we're going to be, for example, an example would be like, what happens on Asana? What happens on Trello? What happens in meetings? What happens on email? What happens on Slack? What happens on Google Calendars, right? So we need to, and we're going to be doing this for ourselves as well when we start talking about project management tomorrow. But basically, our responsibility of helping support the project management system is making it really clear where and when all these things happen. And then, for example, when Asana, we can help set Asana up to be successful. So this could be, clearly defining projects and making sure people know what they're responsible for to make Asana work, right? So, but we can't take responsibility for daily project management. I mean, that's just absurd. There's just like way too much work for that. So our main people right now, so with this whole new infrastructure change, Vienna and Techco are now have project management responsibility, right? And so we're going to be working with them to support them, so they're responsible and have the power to oversee project management and get people, doing what they need to do by when. And we just want to help them understand how they can use Asana, how they can build a comprehensive project management system so everybody knows what they're doing, because Asana is just one component of the project management system. Does that make sense?
Okay, Jay, we need to start wrapping up.
Okay, cool, thanks. So let's see, I think that's everything for week 2. That's good, we don't need to worry about week 3 or 4. So let's just copy and paste this into our notes for today. And any other questions? I mean, I feel like we could go on and on all this stuff, but and I think for project management, it's just like all hands on deck. All hands on deck. Everybody. Like, there's just no way that any one buddy team or one person, like, we need the whole Andromeda team helping with this. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty clear. It's like a lot. It's a lot. And we're coordinating, like, how many people? Like, there's like 30 people involved, at least. Okay, so I mean, I think that's pretty good as far as EXA is concerned. I mean, can you guys think of anything else?
I'm checking the list on the documents to check if we missed something.
Okay, so let's go back to our agenda, because I think there was another key thing on our agenda is, so we were going to do the recalibration, weekly tracking improvement. So we didn't do this, right? So we did the overalls. This is all done. We got our planning set up for how we're going to move forward. So we updated plan for next 2 weeks. Exit weekly tracking improvement. So they didn't do this, and then we didn't actually spend the work to do it. I think it would make sense to do this really quick so we don't have to do it tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. We all good on that?
Sure.
Okay. So and this is part of like doing this work. So this is the work that we want to get started on as well and do more of this work, or figure out how we can delegate it to other people, the global team or whatever. Okay, so let's just go into the link. So we go here, we go to systems for EXA. This is the weekly EXA core team contribution tracking system. And let's see where we're at. So this is where you guys, Jorge and Nelly, you guys are responsible for this. And so, ideally this would already have been done, but so we would go into the spreadsheet for the week. We have George and Vienna have both added theirs. So then we would go into the manual tracking log, and we have here.
And we add them.
So did we call them? Not really. Karina, she's in Europe. I didn't call her. Anna, did we call Anna? No, but we heard back. So her
No.
back from her. She said basically she's not gonna do it. Vienna, so basically we can put her at 0%, right? Vienna, I did a message. I messaged her. George, no, I did not call George. Alpen, I definitely, yes, we did Alpen. I think we talked. We definitely talked. And we also reported. So yes, yes. And I think these ones are just orange, I guess. I don't know. Orange. Okay. So from the audio call, Karina's a no, or not yet. Anna was a no. We know she's not going to do it. Vienna's a yes. George is a yes. Alpen, we don't know, and we did yes. We did ours. So that's not bad.
And what about Alpen? Alpen, no?
I mean, we'll give him till the end of the day. You know, Karina, we're going to probably expect her to be a no. But, you know, I mean, remember before this, nobody was filling out anything. And now we have 90% of all the people filling it out, or at least like, you know, 85 or 85, 9%. So this is a huge improvement.
That's really good.
Yeah. Okay, so that's that. So then the next part here is actually putting the information in. So this is the weekly tracking ledger. Karina, we don't have any information for her. Anna, we're basically expecting her to be a 0%. Vienna, oh, in this one, Eric, we can add in, you know, 15% exit. Oh, I can't make spaces there. But, I think we just have to say notes here. So this would be, I think we're just gonna have to do two lines here. I just don't see any way to not do it. So it just makes it a little easier. So this would be note/details. So this would be here, this would be total and totals note/details. So here is 15% exa and 35% other. And then for us, we are going to do 100% exa plus, what was it, 15% FQN? So this is going to be 115. Alpen, Jorge. We have Jorge. You guys didn't do Jorge from yesterday. So you guys should be doing Jorge. Do you want me to show you how to do this again, or do you guys know how to do this?
We kind of have an idea. We just check the long spreadsheet that we have. Let me check.
We do have an idea, yeah.
Is the value square of deliverables?
Don't worry about the value squared for the deliverables. Just get the value tracking ledger. This is the actual ledger right here. The deliverables and all that stuff is extra, right? That's just the side thing, right? So, you know, we just have to go into the actual reporting doc. We saw George reported 100%, right? So you just go into the log here and you write Jorge 100%, and then you're done and make it. It's done. So can you guys do Vienna and George?
Yes. No, we didn't.
I know, but can you guys do that right now? Or is that
Sure.
a reason why I can't do that?
Sure.
So another example here where there's a mistake is so Pecco, right? He gave some pretty clear details, and so now we have a place for the details. We want to add for Pecco like that, right? So 35 plus 15 is, so it's 100%, right? It's 100%, right? I don't know, we're getting 90%. And Pecco's 100%, correct?
Yeah, but it It was now because it was not 100%.
What? I don't get it.
The last time we checked, it was not 100.
So
Well, I mean, there hasn't been any
Jorge,
change.
no,
I mean, this is the data that's been here. I don't
George
think we can
is at
change it.
25. George is at 25%. And Vienna, it's 100%. Vienna, it's 100%. Okay, done.
Perfect. So so Karina, we're gonna make it red. Alpin, we're gonna leave that ours. I think we're pretty clear on how we're gonna do ours. The only question is, did we fill it out correctly? And the answer is probably not. So we need to double check ours. Right. I wanna just shrink that down. We don't need it. Oh no, what happened? So yeah, I don't think we need to have that open all the way. It just is a lot. There we go. That's good.
Okay.
Because remember, we're gonna have like many weeks all on top of each other. Right? So like this would go, so we can get ready for the next week. Copy, and maybe even that's fine. This would be the next week. So it'd be April 21st to 28th, maybe. I don't know. 27th. So I would have loved it to just been a single. We can figure out how to make it a single document. Part of me was thinking about like not having the notes and details, but I just don't know how to do that.
Which one? Is that one to make a single document?
Like to have a single column for each week would be ideal, but I just don't know how to do it. I mean, because we need these details in here.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I mean, one option is basically to do it below. You know, have the whole list.
Yeah,
and have the
to
details
create
below.
one sheet and two sheets and like that.
No, I don't think it needs to be a separate sheet, but you could have everyone's name here again below hand, and then have the details here laid out.
Oh, okay.
That could be one option. Anyway, so Alpin's the only one obviously missing. Maybe I could text him real quick right now. See if that helps. Let's see, where's Alpin? Do I have him? Yeah.
So we're gonna track for this week. Tomorrow, starting tomorrow.
Yeah, so the next week will be starting tomorrow. We'll be able to start filling that out, and Monday we'll see how many people respond from the announcements. But maybe we should check ours again really quick. So basically what I decided, the best way to do this is basically to say, this is the amount of time we put on EXA, this is the amount of time we did for our own stuff, and to report both because they're totally interrelated. I mean, the more we help the FQN, the more that it helps EXA. So I think it's best just to report all of it, similar to this. So, he did 15% for EXA and 35% other, but that other supports EXA as well as the broader community. So we just want to double check on these numbers within our weekly reporting. So if someone wants to pull that up, we can do that. So.
Yeah, but the only new was Vienna.
Vienna and George, and we added Jorge. So we got 3 in there just now.
All right, that's 25. 25th, 26th, and 27th. Yeah.
Yeah.
One question: what is one guy with 300%, like Zach Harry?
Because he worked like more hours.
Zach just is kind of silly. He puts in the 300%. What are you gonna do? So I would just ignore that because it doesn't make any sense. But what did you say about Hade? Hade's 100%. Eric, we fixed him. I talked to him personally and fixed it. Yeah, so everything looks good. Cool.
Okay. I was just checking if there were any more like deliverables, but not yet. Just meetings, economic, and yep.
Whose deliverables? Our deliverables?
No, probably here on the it says existing. Oh, okay, existing major minor responsibilities, but there's no document about that. On Vienna.
For Vienna? Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. So, Jorge, economic logic design, agoric specifications, agoric community would love to track sub items on Asana. So some people are going to be tracking their deliverables on Asana, so we'll figure that out later. Meetings with Ed, Alpin, Skylore. I mean, none of those are deliverables. They're just activities. Existing major responsibilities. So Vienna, she updated the existing major responsibilities. So that actually could be a type of deliverable. So that you could put that there. She updated the major and minor responsibilities. Cognitive, and we do have a link for that. Cognitive economy, economic space. I don't even know what that means, but you can add it in there. You know, cognitive economy, economic space. We can follow up with there. Like, what does that mean? Is it actually deliverable? We have no idea. Cool.
Shall I add it on the value squared list of deliverables?
Yeah,
I
would add it. You know, if we don't know if it's a deliverable or not, you always add it, and then we can, review it later. But some things we just know, like a meeting is not a deliverable. There's no deliverable here. Like, what is that? It's not a deliverable. It's a meeting.
No. Oh, I was just checking Vienna's.
Yeah, I know. But so I'm just saying, if you know that it's not a deliverable, then you don't have to worry about it. But if you're not sure, then always add it, and we can review later. Cool.
Okay.
So this looks good.
I'm going to place a note on save review later. Review later. Okay.
All right, cool. So yeah, I mean, I think that we are done for all of this. So the only other question as far as the exit stuff goes is the past value tracking. Where does that live? Past weekly. Oh, maybe it's a different form. Yeah, so this is current. So this is weekly tracking, and then we're going to do past tracking. And then we're going to do the monthly tracking as well, which all starts immediately. So we do need to prioritize that in our next steps here for today. It won't take very long because it's literally exactly the same, but we just have to spend a little time on it, like on Monday or something like that. So new next steps, exit monthly current value tracking. This is the network. So we need to spend, it shouldn't take too long, like 10 minutes or something like that. Get the hell done. So this is good. This is good. This is
Jorge, you did the deliverables, right?
Yeah, I placed. I added Vienna.
Okay.
And on the topic name of deliverable, I placed cognitive economic space. But on the description, I placed review later.
Okay. Let me check that. Okay.
It's value square list of deliverables, right?
Yeah. Okay, review later. Okay, good.
Cool. So I think it's time to start wrapping up, but you guys should know everything you need to do for the past value tracking for the weekly. Like the weekly is done and ready to go. So you guys can continue to work on the weekly past value tracking. Like that's all good to go. And then we'll get into the monthly and quarterly, which is pretty much the same thing. Monthly and quarterly just need the links. And that'll be ready to go as well. So do you guys have any questions on this really quickly, or we just want to cover that more on Monday?
We can cover up more on Monday. Just that we have a lot of work.
I know it's a lot. Okay, cool. So the only thing I say here is that we have the current weekly. We're gonna have the current monthly, right? And I think we basically will incorporate that into the same system. I think the weekly and monthly are really the same system. It's just like one happens weekly, one happens monthly, right? Just so this one for weekly, monthly, and quarterly. The monthly and quarterly, once we have that done, right? That covers basically, as much as 80–90% of the entire ledger. Right, so there's only basically 3 components to the ledger. So the ledger is the the master ledger is 3 components. The current contribution tracking, right? So this is weekly, monthly, and that I would say is like a huge portion of it. I mean, this is a 50% plus, right? I don't know, maybe a little less, 40% plus of the ledger. That's like the future of the ledger, right? Then you have the past contributions tracking, weekly, monthly, quarterly. And this would probably be like 30% of the ledger. And then the last 20% is everything else. So this includes everything else is just like investments, agreements, and well, these are equity notes, equity notes, and value squared contributions. Now I would just take agreements out of there because agreements doesn't really make any sense. So investments, equity notes, value squared, and this is like 20%. So we're really close. We are close to getting the master ledger done. So the goal here, the goal for the master ledger, goal is to have a draft in like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks.
Okay.
And this is our deliverable. Deliverable. And this is by far the most important thing that we're working on right now. Awesome. All right, so I think that's good for all the exit stuff. So we've got some work done, got all that stuff done. We obviously there's a lot of other work to do. And my primary task and Anacleta's primary task to start reviewing the tasks is the client billing and weekly reporting today. You guys are gonna, and then we have the past weekly value tracking. So this is Nelly and Jorge. Make sure everything gets ready for Asana tomorrow. Jorge and Anacleta. Index our internal setup team plan for Andromeda. New doc. Does anyone want to create this new doc and get this index going? Nelly, Jorge? New doc?
Yes, what's the name of the doc?
It's our internal team setup plan. Internal team setup plan. Update the log of who responded, who didn't respond. Done. We did that.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow, Jay and Isaac need to call everyone. This is pretty much done. we got some results from it as well. Send the emails. We already did that. That was from the day before.
Yes.
Video indexing. We need a lot of work on this. I think this maybe is for the global team. I actually have a really good update on this because the global team did a lot of work on that last night.
Good.
I know. You guys check this out. This will be really cool. You guys are gonna love this. And in the meantime, I want to make sure my computer doesn't run out of batteries. I gotta plug in my computer. All right, so I'm done with super team. I want to go to Americas. I need to close all these docs. This is Americas here. And go to global. Actually, I think it might be in the Americas. I just stuck it right here. Where did I put it? Doc, no, I didn't. I need to add it in here. Global. Info document for training. God, did I really not add it in here? All right, so it must be in the global team. So this would be the global super team doc. There it is, the async master training video links. Oh yeah, baby, this is it. Okay, so this needs to go into the global doc. No, okay.
Good.
It needs to go into this one. It needs to also go into the Andromeda. We'll put it right at the top. And we're gonna throw in our meeting notes right here so that everyone can see it. Or was it tasks? All right, let me show you what they did last night and what we all did last night.
Okay.
So here's our master training list docs, introduction videos. So right now we have it's old, but you know it gets something going. So we need to do a new introductory video. Personnel introductions per HR policies. So it's a verified link. So we clicked on it. We made sure it was the right time. It works. Perfect. Verified current link, right? So work reporting, you want to know how to do work reporting. You click on here. You watch the video for a couple of minutes. Done. Right? It's just great. And sometimes it kind of spins a little bit and sometimes it works right away. And then all of these still need to be linked, but they're all here. This is the session support, meeting preparations, trainings. Right, so all these are organized. You have the exit client information trainings. And so we're continuing to improve that. Asynchronized training processes. And then these are all the other trainings that still need to be done.
Good.
And then we also have the link to all the videos. So this will be all videos. This will be all audio recordings. And this will be all applicable documents and deliverables. So yes, it's really cool to have that. And so it'll be, the training will get much faster and easier very, very soon. So I just wanted to share
Glad to hear that.
because it's exciting. And so what we would want to do is we want to take from our meeting right now, somebody just needs to take the video indexing that we did do. I guess right now we just have this one, the team setup. But there could be some EXA, like the whole EXA plan and overview. That part should probably be, you know, EXA plan moving forward. Like that could probably have been indexed. So what time was that at, right? So the video indexing, we want to do that. And then just looking back at our agenda. So next steps, we have the plan for tomorrow and the next day. That's already done. Tasks, we went over tasks. Meeting value tracking, I mean, do you guys want to go through that? I mean, it's pretty much all documented and I think we're good. But we can do that if you want to. Eval, I mean, I think we're good to, we basically did review and eval the whole meeting. Scheduling, we probably need to check in on real quick. The problem we had today was that, I mean, basically we've randomly decided that, you know, Thursdays is like the main Andromeda team meeting, but maybe that's not necessary. Maybe we should make it a different day, and there's also making some days EXA, some days other things, but I don't know if that's really works. I don't know. What do you guys think for scheduling? Not to worry about it?
No, I don't think so.
All right, so we'll just leave that as is. And so I think we're ready for checkout. So anything else? Do you guys want to do any of this other stuff like eval, meeting, value tracking? Are we good to go? Ready to check out?
Yes.
Ready to check out?
Yes, I think we're.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're not missing anything from this inning, right?
I think we're good. I think we got everything. So let's check out. I am excited about getting some food because I haven't really eaten much. And so food, and I'm also gonna go on another walk because it's really nice out. And yeah, hopefully I can get back on track with all these tasks and get. Oh, and I have my meeting at 3:30 with Vienna. I'm excited about doing the finances finally with her, and that might include me getting some of the new treasurer roles and having access to these Bitcoin accounts to get people paid. So there's a lot of work there that I need to get done. Yeah, so that's pretty much me. Yeah. And I thought everything went pretty well today. We it seems like it was a little bit more review, but we did a little work at the very end. And it was a lot of review, but I think that it's just very important to review. It's been 2 weeks, and so this is kind of like our 2-week review and looking past that, how things have been the last 2 weeks. So let's go. Check.
Okay. Nelly, I go last.
Okay, I'm very excited about this update. We're going to be working a lot. We have a lot of work coming up. Because I'm a workaholic. So also think I'm going to meet a friend for a coffee later. That's it. That's what I'm going to do today.
Okay, and as for me, I believe that I'm getting more involved with all the tasks here and multitasking at the same time. So yeah, I think that's good.
Cool. All right. Well, then we are good to go. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just linking the document here. Internal team setup for plan for Andromeda, right? Because you say that.
Yeah. Where did you link that?
Right there. There you go. It's on the tasks.
It's under tasks?
Yep. Yeah, it's on today's document on tasks says internal team setup for Andromeda. I create the document with the.
Excellent. Okay, so now we just need to copy and paste our plan in. Oh wait, you did. Wait, asynchronous trace master training list. No, that's the wrong link. Okay, internal setup plans for Andromeda. Yeah. Oh, it says view only, so you need to make sure that it's editable by everybody.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Awesome.
Can edit. Done.
Great. And then also, let's check on the ownership. Ownership is perfect. Refresh. Okay, so now we just need to copy in the Andromeda reviews section, and then then it needs to be. Then you need to link it. Very important to link it to our Andromeda team doc. Like it should be linked right to the top of our Andromeda team doc.
Okay.
So that we have this indexed into our Andromeda team. And then I can link our Andromeda team doc to our Andromeda team plan. Perfect. Awesome. All right. Good work. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Okay, Jay.
All right,
Thank you. Bye.
Ciao.